Nico Steves here. Keep in mind, the Feast of Pentecost is almost upon us. Also, Our Lady of Pilar, located in Spain, is a hidden jewel in this beautiful country. First, of course, I would like to thank you to all who have signed up for my newsletter and your kind comments about my book, The Very Fine Light. And if you've not already added a comment or star rating for my book at Amazon.com, please do. The Feast of Pentecost is upon us, and the celebration of the Holy Spirit coming down onto the apostles on that 50th day since the resurrection of Jesus is coming. We've journeyed through the 40 days of Lent, recalled the last days of Christ on earth. Through it all, Jesus the Christ has shown us, is guiding us to believe in His ways of facing the trials in our own lives. The celebrations continue through this joyous time when the world is in full bloom and blossom. The world is alive in colors and pleasant days and nights. Pentecost will be here, so shine on. A new day has dawned. And with this in mind, here's the time the Virgin Mary visited one of Christ's apostles who'd been stymied in his attempts to spread the light of Christ into the darkened world. Our Lady of Pilar, located in Spain, is a hidden jewel in this beautiful country. This appearance is unique because it is the only reported apparition of the Virgin Mary to have occurred while she was still living in her earthly life. The appearance happened to the Apostle James, one of the original 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. The Virgin Mary came to Spain, though at the time she was living in or near the Holy Land in the Middle East. Yet she visited St. James in Saragossa, located in Spain, without leaving her home place. It occurred in the year 40 AD. Saragossa lies midway between Madrid and Barcelona. It is in the northeastern part of Spain, in the area of the Pyrenees Mountains. Saragossa at the time was the ancient Roman forum of Caesar Augusta, where St. James had gone to spread the good news of Christianity. It is the dawn of Christianity, 7 years after Jesus Christ was crucified and resurrected. St. James had been sent to Spain to bring Christianity to this part of the pagan world. And like these days, it was not an easy time to spread the light into a hostile environment. St. James, with great zeal, was in the area trying to spread the light. But while at an established settlement on the banks of the Ebro River, he was deep in prayer due to his unsuccessful attempts to gain followers. The Virgin Mary came to him at that moment in time and told him that indeed his efforts in Spain would be successful, and through her encouragement and this visitation helped him renew his commitment to the cause. And she requested him to build a chapel on the jasmine pillar on which she stood, which is where the pillar can be found to this day. Initially, it was a small chapel that St. James had commissioned to stand at the site of the pillar, and over time, other larger churches, and now this cathedral, have stood to shelter this special place of worship. There is a museum area in Saragossa in walking distance to the location of where the pillar is that is known as the ancient Roman Forum of Caesar Augusta. An outer wall of Caesar Augusta is visible just at the edge of the large open plaza which runs alongside the cathedral as well, where the pillar is located. As you think back in time to that year 40 AD, it's relatively easy to see how the distance between where the pillar, that is where the Madonna apparated and appeared to St. James, is in relation to the wall of Caesar Augusta. And it makes sense that St. James would be a bit removed from other people as he knelt deep in prayer along the riverbank. this physical distance away from the walled Roman city in what is now modern-day Saragossa. Back then, the river had been a major transportation location, and it is understandable how St. James found himself here in Caesar Augusta. And in modern-day Saragossa, there are relics, and the actual forum is found in the museum that brings the history of the area back from life when. At the time I traveled to see the pillar, I didn't expect to see the actual wall from the ancient Roman city of Caesar Augusta. But there it was, beckoning me and taking me back beyond the history that I had learned in high school of the Middle Ages, back beyond the artistry of Goya, back beyond all the architects who had created and built the cathedrals, the altars, the statuary, back to a time when a man of God was disheartened at the unresponsiveness of the people he encountered in and around this ancient port city of Caesar Augusta. This is the setting for the appearance of the Virgin Mary as she was transported to visit St. James. The pillar has remained in place, protected even from 2 aerial bombs that were dropped onto the cathedral very near the pillar during the early days of the Spanish Civil War in 1936. Viewing the marked locations in one of the cathedral's domes where the 2 bombs crashed through but did not detonate brings to mind another miracle with the spot where the Madonna appeared in the year 40 AD. Well, this is Nico Steves, and I hope you enjoyed this installment. My book can be found using the title The Very Fine Light on Amazon.com. Please feel free to contact me at nicosteves.com. That's Nikos Steves, Steves.com. If you like this episode, and for more, share them with friends. Well, this is Nico Steves. Thank you. See you next time.